SZT-64, the anticipated delay. Picture a novel where the reader already stands at the threshold. They know what is about to happen, or at least they sense it, and every line strains toward that moment. Yet the writer does not grant it just yet. Instead, they keep the reader waiting at the door, lead them through side corridors, tell an old tale, point to a curious painting on the wall, or shift the gaze to other characters. This is the anticipated delay, one of the oldest and most refined manipulations of narrative time, where postponement itself becomes the dramatic device. Such delay wears many masks. Sometimes the scene is cut short, as in The Lord of the Rings, when Frodo and Sam's story is suddenly suspended so that we may follow Aragorn's path. At other times, the spotlight is deliberately shifted to something seemingly trivial. Tension dissolves into the steam of a teacup, as with Proust, or hangs suspended in the endless tolling of a bell before the inevitable finally comes. The interruption may arrive through an abrupt event, a sudden explosion, a fainting spell, a ringing phone, that derails the story, only for it to return to its track later. Sometimes the text itself hides the truth. The writer veils a character with a mask, gives them a false name, or conceals their secret mission. At times the future is whispered in the form of a prophecy, yet it hovers unfulfilled, sometimes for an entire book, as with Macbeth's fatal promise. And at its most intricate, delay becomes a matryoshka of postponements. At every bend in the road, another condition, another obstacle, another small detour before the goal is reached. The mechanism seems simple, linear storytelling is broken by deferment. But the effect is far from simple. If we know what we are waiting for and are denied it, the waiting itself becomes tension. If we cannot know exactly how or when it will come, uncertainty burrows deeper into our attention. This is anticipation, the alloy of hope and impatience, that binds us to the tale almost without our noticing. Used well, this device does more than heighten suspense, it enriches the world. In the diversions, we glimpse the inner lives of characters, their pasts, or linger on a poetic image with no direct function, yet one that deepens atmosphere. Even a side anecdote or nostalgic recollection can serve this delay, slowing time, while quietly coloring the story. Used poorly, its strength dissolves. If the delay feels forced, if it stretches too long, or if the inserted scenes carry no weight, the reader's patience breaks, and with it, their attention. Inverted, however, the opposite effect can be achieved. When the long-awaited event strikes suddenly, without any foreshadowing, the shock is all the more powerful. Thus, the anticipated delay is not mere stalling, but a conscious shift in rhythm. A way for the writer to keep the story from rushing forward in a single surge, granting it breath, bends, and side paths, where the reader waits in impatience, yet finds themselves sinking ever deeper into the world.